Good morning, guys. It is Thursday, December 30th, 2021. So I usually post on Mondays every week, and I have been, but I did want to get an end of the year, my New Year's resolution video out. I was debating if I wanted to post it before or after the New Year, but I was like, let's just get it done before the New Year and see how good we do by the time 2022 is over. Just a quick trigger warning. In this video, I will be talking about weight, body image, money struggles, religion, God. If any of that stuff triggers you, I will have the chapters in the description as well, like on the video tab thingy where you can click throughout. So you can skip around if you need to find what's good for you and what's healthy for you. So I do have my laptop here, which I am going to be referencing so I can stay on track. I have 10 of them. So number one on my list is to work on my relationship with God. So personally, I grew up as a Christian in a Christian household, and I've always had a relationship with God in a sense, but I think as you get older, sometimes you just kind of naturally wean away from that and like try things and figure things out, and you want to explore, and I think that's natural. And I've noticed for myself personally, when I don't have that close relationship with God, I feel like my life, it's not as good as it can be. I'm usually not as happy as I can be. So in this upcoming year, I'm going to work on praying more, doing more spiritual reading, including the Bible, but even other stuff outside of that. And I also do want to reference something from my first book, Late Night Thoughts, Part 1. And it's in Chapter 5. I'm going to actually read two of these for you guys. The first one is called All I Need. It's on page 100. God love me through all the turbulence and pain. God hold me when I feel weak in my knees, when I can't even stand. God keep me close, because sometimes I wander down the wrong path. Sometimes I wander into the darkness. God guide me, because I feel so lost in my heart and soul. God find me, because I feel like I'm losing myself. I think I've lost my mind. God, calm my heart. I'm filled with so much anxiety and fear. God, shower me with your undying love, because I've lost all sense of love. I feel so abandoned by love. I feel so abandoned by myself and those who claim to love me. God, spare me. I feel like I'm dying. God, give me life. Give me the air to breathe. I feel like I'm suffocating inside my worries and mistakes. Please take my hand. I'm holding on to dear life, desperately trying not to drown. The walls are caving in. The waves are crashing. The devil is out to kill my soul. He's out to demolish my hope. God, raise me up from this sunken place, from this black hole. Let me lean on you. Let me love you. Let me trust in you. Let me hope in you. Please be my stronghold. Be my shelter. Be my rock. Be the only evidence of perfection in this imperfect and tarnished world. So that was called All I Need. And the other one I'm going to read to you is called God's Timing, which is on the page before that, page 98. Wading in these troublesome waters, trying my best to stay afloat. Praying to God he won't let me drift away. I should know better. I should have more faith. God, oh God, I know. You created me to survive. You created me to thrive. You created me to live. You'd never leave me to drown. And if I were to go under, you're never too far away to pull me back up for air. Even in the darkest oceans, even in my darkest hours, I can see your pure and perfect light guiding this rugged path of mine. You've never forsaken me. Forgive me, for I have forsaken myself. I've let the darkness take a hold of me. I let temptation and imperfection rob me of your precious gifts. I've allowed my fleshly desires to cloud my judgment and leave me in the trenches. The devil has seeped into my mind, bleeding out false lies, making me believe that I can never be loved by you again. But all in your timing, will you bring me forth from this bitter cold and darkness? All in your timing, will you quiet the noise and chatter that the devil speaks upon your holy name? God, my God, thank you for forgiving me, never forsaking me, even though I strayed from your righteous path. So those two poems are in chapter 5 of my book, Late Night Thoughts, part 1, if you like what you hear. So point number 2 is working on my relationship with myself. The relationship with yourself is typically on and off for a lot of your life. At least for me, it has been. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's horrible, but I really, really want to make a genuine effort to work on my relationship with myself, including the way that I talk to myself out loud or in my mind, because we truly do teach people how to treat us. So if I'm calling myself stupid and this and every other thing, people are going to look at that and be like, oh, well, she thinks that way about herself, so why would she care if I talk to her like that? And I'm speaking from personal experience, because I've had people be like, girl, you're dumb, you're stupid, in a joking way. No. So I'm working on the way that I talk to myself out loud and in my head, as well as setting boundaries with myself and others. Standing my ground, standing firm in my boundaries. I want to go back to therapy. Excuse me, I need to take a drink of water, y'all. A girl is parched. Hold on. Like I was saying, I do want to go back to therapy. I've gone to therapy twice in my life. Once when my mom died back in 2010. Excuse me. And then I didn't go again until 2019, so 2 years ago. And I was doing that therapy session from 2019 to 2020. And I loved it, but that therapist, she was good for her time and what I needed right then and there, but I am looking into finding a new therapist, which is A-okay. Just a disclaimer, sometimes you might have to shop around to find the right person for you. So if you don't click with the first therapist you have, that's okay. Don't give up on it. Sometimes it might take a couple of therapists until you find the therapist that's right for you, and that's totally A-okay, because your mental health and your well-being overall is utmost important. Working on my relationship with food. More so, I'm going to keep this part short as far as the food part. I don't have any disordered eating or anything like that, but it's more so of eating more throughout the day instead of eating 1 or 2 meals that are high in calories but maybe not be the most nutritious. I want to start cooking more at home instead of buying out, and just doing things like that, implementing those things on the day-to-day. The last one. Working on my relationship with my body. Accepting it for what it is. None of that fake love, fake positivity about body image. I'm not faking it till I make it. I really want to work on it until I actually believe it. And it's a process. I'm not expecting any of this to happen overnight. I didn't become this way overnight, so it's not going to happen overnight. So I want to start working out again and doing things that I enjoy when it concerns working out, because that's hard for me, is to find things that keep me interested when I'm working out. Taking the time to allow my body to do the changes it needs to do, and being graceful with that and not rushing things, because I am a very impatient person. Y'all, I'm working on it, okay? It's not an easy task. So this next poem I'm going to read to you is called Dear Me, which is also in Late Night Thoughts Part 1. Dear Me is on page 88. This is me talking to myself. I know we've been at war for quite some time. I know I've made you feel so out of place inside your own mind. We've never been friends, not even the distant kind. You've tried so hard to follow the right footsteps, but that path has led us to much anguish and regret. I've come to accept you, still learning to love you, remembering to never neglect you. Even if the world somehow forgets you, I know I've let you down 1,000,001 too many times. I'm sorry for leaving you on the ground. I'm sorry I'm falling in love with you now. I'm sorry for abandoning you for all those years. I know you're still healing childhood wounds and conquering fears. Please stop telling yourself you're not good enough. Stop giving yourself to people who don't deserve you. You've given enough. Stop looking for validation in others. Stop begging for love. Stop telling yourself you're asking for too much. It's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to ask for help. I promise you it's okay to love yourself. So, I feel like goals 1 and 2, working with God, working on my relationship with God, and working on my relationship with myself, kind of coincide with each other. So my third goal is to be more intentional, and that's with whatever I do. I really want to dive into the things I'm passionate about and the things that I love in my overall life, being more intentional in whatever it is that I'm doing, being more stern with my priorities, sticking to it, following through with things, whether they're big or small, because the smaller things lead to the bigger things. Standing firm in my decisions and being confident in what it is that I'm doing. I'm a pretty decisive person who I pretty much know what I want most of the time. You know, I'm human, so obviously I do have moments of indecisiveness. In the past, I've really let other people's, oh, are you sure you want to do that? People's words or thoughts or projections of fears, I've let that seep into me and let me, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that, when I know for a fact that that was something that I wanted to do. Now, but let me say that along with saying that sometimes people have good intentions, so sometimes you do need to take a step back, listen to what they're saying, but take it with a grain of salt. You know, if you're certain about something that's really healthy for you and that's something that you really want to do it. Just do it. Well, goal number 4, and I really want to work on this. Less screen time / social media. Need to take another drink of water really quick. Your girl is parched. So for me, I have a love-hate relationship with social media. To be quite honest with you, if I wasn't doing YouTube videos, or if I wasn't writing books, which I'll get to that in a bit, if I wasn't doing music and songwriting and doing YouTube videos and writing, your girl honestly would probably not be on social media at all, to be quite frank with you, because I wouldn't have a need for it, to be honest. So it's all addictive, y'all. I just joined TikTok back in like June or July. TikTok's been around for how long? Y'all, I'm late to the bandwagon. I want to post on social media when it's beneficial and when I need to. I want to be more intentional with my social media as well. And I try to post on there when I'm trying to show if I've got a new YouTube video out or if I'm working on a new book. I use social media as a platform to spread my message. Here's a thing that I've learned to do that I absolutely love that I've learned to do. I delete all of it off my phone, all the apps. Like, if I could show you my phone, actually I will. I'll do a screen recording and I'll show you guys a quick screen recording of my phone. I have absolutely no social media apps on my phone whatsoever. Okay guys, here's my screen recording. I have no social media apps on here because I don't care. I don't care. Like, literally Amazon, featured apps, nothing in there. Games, Google, health, like, I have no social media apps because I don't care. And what I also do, I go an extra step, not just that. I log out of all of my social media accounts on the web. So that way I have to go the extra step just to log on. And sometimes I'm not in the mood. So those 2 things, deleting all the apps off my phone completely, as well as logging out of all the apps on the web, game changer. Okay, I'm telling you. beyond. As well as less screen time, but I have two phones. I have my main phone, which is I'm recording on right now, and I have an alarm phone. So this alarm phone is strictly for my alarms for work or if I have to get up and do anything important. So this contributes to the less screen time. I shut my phone off every single night, and I make sure all of my alarms are set for whenever they need to be set. If I do need to do something, my alarm goes off on my alarm phone. This alarm phone is an old phone from like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, I believe is when I got this phone. And it has no service on it. And if I don't have anything going on, I try to have my alarm phone on at all times. And I'll keep my actual phone off till about 12 or 1. And within that time, I'll wake up. Usually I'll write. Maybe I'll journal or just write in general. Make breakfast, hang out, chill out. And it really, really does help me with not, as soon as I wake up, gotta get on my phone and check. Well, it's like, it's not 9 o'clock in the morning now. It's almost 9 o'clock, but it's like, it's crazy how conditioned we are. As soon as we wake up, check your phone. Huh? Ain't nobody doing nothing at 9 o'clock in the morning. We're all getting ready for work, and if you're not getting ready for work, like, nobody's over here skydiving at 9 a.m. Like, I mean, they might be, but you never know. But I'm just saying, summer of 2020, I really put that into practice. You guys, life changing. I just felt so connected with myself. Sometimes you need to just disconnect from all that. Goal number 5. I want to write more and work on book number 3. So this is book number 1, Late Night Thoughts, part 1. This is book number 2, The Truth Behind Her Eyes, which I just released in September of this year. This was released in November of 2019. So book number 3 is Late Night Thoughts Part 2, which will probably be coming out sooner than later. I did just release this in September, but I'm kind of ready to move on from this, and that's not a bad thing, but I think I just needed to yes, that's how I sneeze. Anyway, I felt like I really just needed to get this out of my system so I can move on to the 3rd book. By the way, these both are available on Amazon, just so you know. So book number 3 will be Late Night Thoughts Part 2, which is part 2 to this. Writing's always been my go-to, and I've always loved writing. That's been my outlet since I was a kid. So I do want to write more, whether that's journaling, writing down more book ideas, writing down poems, diary, whatever that writing consists of, songwritings. I also do write in my phone. So number 6 is money management. Y'all. Listen, before I get into this, like for real, I looked at how much money I spent in November last month in eating out. Cancel me. So I've struggled with money. I'm only 29, y'all, but my spending habits, not struggle with money, because I'm not struggling with money. Actually, I am, and the reason why I'm struggling with money is because my spending habits are trash. That's why. So, but my spending habits have always been up and down since I've been 18. So, when my mom died in 2010, I was getting Social Security. Never had a job or anything like that before, or any kind of income before that Social Security. So I'm gonna just be honest with you guys about how much I was getting at the time. I was getting $1,057 a month at 18. Mind you, I had never had a job, never had any money. I was grieving and going through all this stuff. So to me, that was like, and I didn't have to work for it. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. It's been a struggle learning how to manage my money. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I saw how much money I spent last month in fast food, I honestly cried, and I'm not being funny. I was so frustrated with myself because I'm like, you're 29, you know better. But I have to keep telling myself, and I'm not making excuses for myself, because trust me, I know when I'm effing up. I'm not making excuses for myself, but I will say I'm still learning. And I get frustrated with myself because of the fact that I don't just snap out of it because I know better. But like I said with one of the other previous goals, I didn't become this way overnight, so I'm not going to just snap out of it overnight. So I really, really want to work on this because finances is going to help with some of the other goals that I'm going to get into. The financial part is going to really help me with the other goals that I'm going to get into. And I'm working on moving out of state. I do have a story time about me moving out of state, so go ahead and watch that. I can't move out of state with these spending habits that I have right now, and that's just being honest and realistic. Excuse me. And I can't live on my own no matter where I'm living with the spending habits that I have now. So a lot of people are like, why don't you budget? I've got a budget plan on my whiteboard over there on the floor. It's been up for months. I know what I'm spending a month, how much I have left over every month. I know all that stuff. So it's not that I don't know my bills and stuff like that, because I do know all of that. It's just my biggest expense, honestly, is eating out. And that's where I need to nip it in the butt, bud. You follow me. Number 7 is buying a camera for my YouTube videos, as well as making better YouTube content. At some point, I do plan on getting a ring light. I don't know when that's going to happen. I know those aren't crazy expensive, but I do want to get a ring light, a camera, a microphone, a hard drive. Like, these are things that I really, really want to get in order to make better quality video for you guys. But I am working with what I got, y'all. Don't forget, work with what you have. Make the best of what you have. But you do have to upgrade. And I've been consistently uploading on YouTube since September. Now, I've had this channel for 8 years. I do talk about that. And what's the plan video? I'll link that as well. I really do want to upgrade and do better with my channel, the quality, and just the overall content, better thumbnails, videos where I'm talking about things that I care about, but I also want to talk about the things that you guys want me to talk about too. So this is YouTube, but it's a community effort. It's a group effort. Now, once I move and have my own place, I'll be a lot more comfortable, a lot more at ease, but I'm going to still do what I got to do. I'm going to still dish out this content for you guys. Don't think you're going to catch your girl slipping. If you haven't already, subscribe. Like my videos, like this video, turn on the notification bell. Now, trigger warning, I did do a trigger warning at the beginning of the video, but trigger warning, this next goal is talking about weight, body image, and all that stuff. So if it's triggering to you, move on to point number 9 or what have you. So goal number 8 is to lose 10 pounds by my birthday. So for me personally, my body image isn't about how much I weigh, more so of how I look. I don't like the way that my body looks. I'm gonna just be honest with you. And I haven't for a really, really, really long time. I have not liked it for a very, very, very long time. Genuinely, I really do want to lose weight because I know that I am overweight. I want it to be about overall health for me and, what my body looks like. I ain't trying to get no six-pack though, y'all. Listen, that's too much work. I don't have time for all that. So, cha-cha. So my birthday's April, so I've got 4 months, a little less than 4 months to lose 10 pounds. And if I don't, that's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. I'll get there. Number 9. Take my MBLEx exam, which is my massage therapy state boards. So I do have a video on why I became a massage therapist. I will link that as well. I graduated from massage school in 2013, and I was grandfathered in, which essentially means that I did not have to take my state boards because I went to an accredited school. So all I had to do was a background check and fingerprinting. So at the time, that was like really, really great. But now, since I'm moving out of state soon, I need to be nationally certified and not just statewide. So I'm going to have to take my state boards in order to move. So I'm really, really nervous about that. I'm not the best test taker, but I'm going to do what I have to do. So that's towards the bottom of the list for the purpose of it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a bit for me to get there. I have to study, and actually, hold on one second. So this right here is the MBLEx exam study guide. So MBLEx stands for Massage and Bodywork Licensing Examination. So this is the study guide for that. A former friend gave this to me. So grateful that she did. So last but certainly not least, on my goals for next year, moving to Georgia. So that's where I'm moving to, unless, you know, something unforeseen happens and I have to stay here, then I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But if not, I'm out of here, you know, and that's why I was saying when I was talking about the money goals, that plays a huge part into me moving. You know, I gotta get my credit. I have so many things I have to do. I'll do a separate video on like this more in depth about this stuff, but I've been wanting to move to Georgia for about 5 or 6 years, maybe even longer, honestly. But the opportunity never presented itself until, honestly, earlier this year. I was scared. Realistically, I was scared, honestly. I am scared because I'm doing this all by myself, but now's the time. No more being scared. Time to get my shenanigans together. Time to do what I gotta do. Time to focus, hone in, tunnel vision, do what I gotta do so I can make this move. I'm moving to Georgia to become a songwriter professionally, and I'm gonna do some videos on that as well, about why I chose Georgia, how I got to songwriting and all that in a separate video. That's it, guys. I know this video is a little lengthy. I appreciate you guys sticking around, by the way. So as far as content before I go, I want to let you guys know some things I have planned for the year of 2022. So next month, January, is all about massage content. I have my videos written out, the days that I'm posting. Post every Monday, by the way. Subscribe, like this video, ring the notifications so you can see that. I like to plan, if I can, a month in advance. Keeps me on schedule. I'm gonna actually do a YouTube video as well about how I come up with my video ideas, how I plan it out. You guys, I have so much good content coming this year, and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna also link my Let Me Reintroduce Myself video, where I'm talking about the kind of content you can find on my channel as well. But this year we've got vlogs, story times. I'm getting up close and personal. Okay? So much stuff to come. Massage content, story time, vlogs, cooking. It's a happy place here. You guys like this video, please. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for just being here. Please subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell. Your girl, I'm excited. I love YouTube. This is so much fun to me. That's why I keep doing it, is because it's fun, but I also do want to make this a side income at some point, which is in my What's the Plan video. You guys have a good day. I'm gonna have a video for you on Monday as well, talking about what you should expect your first time getting a massage. Woo! To start off the new year. See you guys on Monday. Bye.